was out for a walk on the property this morning, and lo and behold, we have this moose shed. Now we have some bull moose that tend to group up and bed down over winter here. This shed here is a little bit older. You can tell it's been out in the bush for a little bit. Reason being is there's some cracking here. Obviously the sun bleached white color has lost that color from when it was obviously on the moose. And we've got some rodents that have been nibbling away at this here. But I think that this here can be restored, and the way that I'm thinking is using some coffee grinds to bring back some of that natural color and make a nice wall hanging piece out of this. So I'm thinking that this here probably came from about a 2.5-year-old moose, just based on the palm and the bottom pieces here. And it really is a nice perfect size. So see how it goes. Okay, so here's some of the nibbles that I was telling you about. There's some discoloration here, some of the cracking. That's okay. I'm going to take a knife to this, some sandpaper, and we'll touch up some of these ends here and make it look real nice. Okay, so we've washed this up, we've scrubbed it down, we've dried it out, and I've saved you that process. It's pretty self-explanatory. What we have here is some leftover grinds from some dark roast coffee that I'm going to be using up around the antler tips, so that the antler tips are a little bit darker, make it look essentially like a real moose shed. And then I have my lighter medium roast coffee here, which I'm going to be using on the inside of the antler shed. Okay, so we've got the entire thing covered. We're going to let this sit and dry out in the sun. When it's dry, we'll come and we'll brush it off. You can already see it's coming back to life here. Especially the parts that already kind of had that natural color already in there. And the coffee just kind of sets right into those grooves. So here we have the antler. Next step is I'm going to take some steel wool, and I'm going to try to make this as I guess natural looking as possible. You've got, you know, when this antler is still on the moose, you typically find the outer rims are a little bit darker. The inside portion here is a little bit lighter. So if you just take that steel wool and work that up in and around here, you can already see that that's lightening up and accentuating. So I'll go ahead and I'll do this, and I'll see you when I'm done. Okay, so here we have the steel-wooled antler, and my intentions were to have this nice darkened rim, as you can see up around the palm here down to the bottom. Nice and dark, a little bit darker on the inside part here down to the base. And then this kind of spider webby type pattern here. I've done the steel wool and just gone over the top and lightened up the inside. So from a little bit ways away, you can kind of see that dark outer rim. Now the next step is going to be to put some semi-gloss lacquer on this and seal her all up. So this stuff here is fast acting, dry in 30 minutes. Come back in 30 minutes, I'm going to flip her over, do the back side, and then I'm going to do 2 separate coats on that. Okay, so it's day 2. I have 2 coats of semi-gloss varnish lacquer on this. What I'm going to be doing is finding the center point for here, and I've got these 2 almost like little miniature lag bolts. Figure if I put one, it's going to be able to spin on the wall, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 of them through here. Okay, so we'll see you when that's done, and back in the room. Okay, so there it is up on the wall with the 2 bolts. I picked this up at the secondhand store for $1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these little candle holders off. And I was thinking about screwing them directly into the bottom here. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use some hot glue and attach those there. And we should be nearly complete. Okay, so this here is the final product of the moose antler shed, rejuvenated with coffee, doing it the natural process. I'm quite happy how it turned out, and it'll definitely make a nice addition to the computer room here.